So we're going to talk about narratives and the importance of narratives. We all construct our life story. We all have a story to tell. There's an identity that we carry with us. And just like time is money, we think it's fixed. It's who we are. It's ingrained in us in some physical, organic way. And Buddhism is saying that's not true. That's why there's no self. There is no permanent fixed story. It's only the story you wish to tell or the wish that you wish to embrace. So I think that's a very positive approach and a different approach. So we're going to start with the question, what is your story? This is something very important. You may think of yourself in ways that are self-fulfilling. A lot of narratives are self-fulfilling. You believe you're this sort of a person, and therefore you act this way. It's not the other way around. So we all have the right and the duty and whether we want to or not, we subconsciously create narratives and stories to explain the events in our lives. And we highlight certain events and we ignore other events. And we take credit for some and not for others. And Buddhism is trying to challenge the traditional, diluted way in which we create our narratives. So all stories begin with once upon a time. There's another thing on the internet I looked at. I was trying to find a YouTube video on narrative therapy, and I found narrative theory, which is very close. Basically, all stories have 5 components, and one of them is once upon a time, the time and place in which we find our characters. They have a problem. There's some kind of a difficulty. They have to go on some kind of a journey. I don't remember what I know the last one is it gets resolved. But we all start out with once upon a time. So, when do you start your story? Do you start it when you were in college? Do you start it when you got in an argument with a friend and you haven't spoken since? Just deciding when your story starts has a huge impact on the story as well. So it's very important that for Dharmakara, his once upon a time was in the infinite past. It hints at timeless reality. Whenever time is infinite, it's challenging our notions of time, and it's dealing in a way that transcends time. It's an eternal truth, and so for us, that once upon a time was infinitely long ago for Dharmakara. You could call it the beginning of time for Dharmakara.